The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will put toe together and we'll get started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll... bring it to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. Historically, the Trojans have been the powerhouse in this rivalry, but last season it was UCLA in a blowout.
And that is not something USC is accustomed to. They want to own this rivalry. They think they own UCLA. They will have some extra fire behind them today.
Yeah, and that UCLA blowout last year really helped the Bruins in recruiting, too. Remember, these two schools, they recruit the same kids here in Los Angeles, in the state of California, and nationally as well. It would be massive if UCLA could beat USC again and make it back-to-back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw, it's Garbers. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. He picks up the big game.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll get rid of it. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what throws the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Marks. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Branch. Touchdown USC! A great catch and run for 6. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, on the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
last one is 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Garbers. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. The origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Garbers. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
The Bruins send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? He'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 7, UCLA 0.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And they're barely able to stop the score. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well. It stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands because when he's got it, man, he can kill.
So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
13, UCLA 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Number 7.
Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
UCLA 7.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. On the run, it's Marks. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's looking for a man on second down. Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Sturdivant. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. The aerial assault continues. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Bruins are rolling down the field. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting 1st down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The corners are walked up tight. They'll give it to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Here's the handoff. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights.
That makes the score USC 20, UCLA 10.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The RPO, it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Bruins are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's wrestled to the ground. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He wants it all. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Past the 50. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Hines is back in the middle. Stopped after making the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, and maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
USC 20, UCLA 10.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going to take a shot. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
To the ground with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He has been open all day, and the key to making him a Trojan legend is to just feed him the ball.
And the key to every USC team is finding the playmakers, giving them the football, giving them a chance. If they're covered, they're open. If it's man, they're open. If it's zone, they're open. Feed those star wide receivers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Marks.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need 6s.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looks as if he's going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans! USC stretches out that lead and not too far in the distance. They're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in LA.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute. And right now, they're getting ready to chant, "Fight on," at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
2nd down coming up. To the air, it's Garbers. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic looks. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to blitz linebackers. This guy's blitzing DBs.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab outside. It's Sturdivant.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes. And when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Off play action on 1st down. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the 1st down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. USC 27, UCLA 10.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Now the toss. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Feeling some heat. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
3rd and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires and picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Comes out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I think the defense had a pretty good idea they were running the football. And how about that? Bringing the pressure, getting in the backfield, almost getting a safety.
I thought from watching up here in the booth, real time, that looked like a safety, but I guess he got just the nose of the football out in the field to play. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. Wide out in motion. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the returner will be brought down. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll throw it on 1st down.